Hello, I'm back. We're still playing Pokemon HeartGold. Even though the first part wasn't exactly a huge success, I won't lie. But I like to see things through to the end, and I did have fun playing this, so I thought, it deserves to be put out in full. And maybe there is at least one person out there who wanted to see the end, so this is for you, one person. So anyway, where were we? Oh, that's right, it's Kanto time. And just like a Viking raider, I'm fresh off the boat from a faraway land and ready to take over. Without, all the other crazy shit that the Vikings did. But let's not forget, I'm still trying to be the next protagonist of the new Pokemon show, so I've got to be on my best behaviour. Come on, I just got here, man. Leave me out of this. But anyway, I'm in a brand new region. Let's catch my first ever Pokemon from Kanto. Okay, Kanto Pokemon, let's go. Oh shit, okay. I will happily take that. And so I did. I caught him, and I called him, since I am a man of culture, let's not forget, Pingu. Let's not forget though that new Pokemon aren't the reason I'm here. I need to beat Ash, and to do that I need to get badges first. But because I'm doing a hardcore Nuzlocke, I need to do the gyms in this order. So as you can see, it's Poison first. And since I can't use Pokemon over level 50, I can only use Sloppy Jane and Pingu here, who is thankfully evolving. And you know what, I'll just smash cut to when he fully evolves, fuck it. You didn't really miss anything in between. I still need to level him up obviously, but thankfully there's quite a long way before I get to the next gym. Also on the way I catch a Staryu, never sees the light of day, don't worry about it. But nothing else really happens on the way, I just destroy a bunch of other trainers. Let's not forget, I am the champion of Johto. I am way out of everyone's league here. And so let's make it more interesting. Let's get this first badge. Here we go, time for my 9th badge I think this is. This is post-commentary because while I was recording this, I was talking to my friend. You should be able to hear that in the background. Yep, sorry about that. It's Pingu's time to shine. He doesn't have any super effective moves, but he's got Surf, so it's pretty much like he does. It's just that good of a move. It's too good, if anything. But Crobat's pretty tanky, so it doesn't kill it in one hit. It doesn't even get close, but 2 will do. Surf and Turf. Hit him with Surf, you bury him in the turf. Down goes Crobat. Probably her best Pokemon. Weezing's up next. Weezing just ain't shit. It's low level. It kind of sucks. It's pretty tanky, but that's all it's got going for it. I'm putting it out of his misery. Look at this stupid little face. I finish it off with Brian. Brian's also quite a fun little move to have. Nice 1-2 combo. And then we have Ariados. Ariados is a terrible Pokemon, I'm pretty sure. It's quite cool. There should be more spider Pokemon, I think. I hate spiders in real life, but spider Pokemon, yeah, give me a couple more. Variety is the spice of life. Hit with the 1-2 combo. Not before it hits me with a 19 hit pin missile. I swear, when I play Pokemon, any move that's got like a chance between 2 and 5 hits, enemy Pokemon always hit me for 5. My Pokemon always hit them for like 2. It's just, it always goes that way. But anyway, I'll take it down to the briny depths. And now she's only got a few Pokemon left. Venomoth, still, it can double team. But Surf, you can't dodge a Tidal Wave. I mean, you technically can, but it didn't this time. Venomoth is actually her strongest Pokemon technically, which is pretty sad for her. 2 Surfs is all it takes, and her strongest Pokemon's dead. She only has 1 more left, and it's another Ariados for some reason. I don't know why she couldn't find another unique Pokemon that's poison as well, but oh well. All her Pokemon are dead now, so she can start fresh. I did her a favour, if anything. And she also did me a favour by having such a terrible team, and then giving me my first badge in Kanto. Anyways, moving on. It turns out a thief has stolen a really important part of this electrical facility or whatever this place is, and for some reason they just let me walk in here. But anyway, I decided out of the goodness of my own heart to help these guys out and crack the case. So I'm off to Cerulean City. Yet again, a child doing the work of the police, but oh well, at least I ran into him straight away. Or more like he ran into me. Open your eyes, dude, Jesus. Oh, I didn't know he was like Japanese or something. I didn't say open your eyes because you're Japanese. No, what am I doing? He's the one that's in the wrong here. Don't try and turn the tables back on me, mate. You're the one that stole something. So the guy runs away and I have to chase him down. When I manage to catch up to the guy, he's hid himself between this poor couple who now have to stand there and watch us have a Pokemon battle. Well, I suppose in the Pokemon world that shit happens like every day, so I guess there's nothing crazy to that. And as you might expect, the guy is a complete pushover. Can't help but feel like the police could have very easily dealt with this by themselves, but who am I to say? Seriously, does anyone know what they were actually going for with this like broken English character? I mean, it's funny, don't get me wrong, but it's just so weird. But he tells me where to get the machine part, and then we end up being best mates. Now, let's get some more badges. And so to do that, I have to get the machine part, take it back to the plant, restore power, and then talk to this guy to get the radio card thing, and then use it to wake up the Snorlaxes. Oh, I guess it's a Cubone. Must have had like a really big lunch and then fell asleep. Fair play, I know how that feels. Anyway, time to kill it. And now that big chubby boy is out of the way, it opens up the route to Brock's gym. Okay, obviously Pingu destroys everyone before him, so let's just skip to the main course. And then Pingu destroys him too, as you now are about to watch. I kind of feel bad about it. I just want to take Brock aside and be like, listen mate, rock types aren't working out for you. I'll be honest. I know your name's Brock, so it goes and it's, you know, it's funny. But listen, you're a good dude. I like you. Just get some good Pokemon. You could do really well. All it takes is one water type or one grass type and you're fucked. Just add in a couple like different types of Pokemon. Kabutops, I mean it's still part rock. I know you can't help yourself. It's just not enough though, is it, Brock? It's just not enough. And what's your last Pokemon? An Omastar. Okay, it makes sense, don't get me wrong, but if I was using a grass type right now, they'd still be just as easy as a fucking Golem or a Geodude or whatever. I'm not upset, Brock. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed because you could do so much better. If you just applied yourself to some better Pokemon, and then maybe people would take your trading skills more seriously. I said it. It's out there now. And so after, well, it wasn't a battle, it was more like an intervention. But after it was done, I get my second badge. That's 2 down, 6 to go, on to the next one. It's Surge time. And since there's nothing I have to do to be able to unlock him, I can just go straight there. And before you ask if the training's before Surge or any trouble, I will let this trash can answer for me. Well said. Okay, let's purge the Surge. So all of his Pokemon know Double Team, and I'm using a very slow Sloppy Jane whose best ground type move is Mod Bomb. So I wasn't supremely confident going into this. Yeah, see, it doesn't even one hit kill a Raichu. I mean, in an ideal world I'd have Earthquake, but I couldn't find a TM, they're all randomized. But luckily for me, Sloppy Jane is a workhorse. She will just body slam you until you are dead. Or if you bring out an Electrode and do Double Team a bunch of times and it's hard to hit, she will just put out Surf because she's got those. You can't escape her sloppy justice, I'll tell you that much. She's slow, but she is inevitable. And this was basically the tail of the battle. Surge's Pokemon would Double Team, while Sloppy Jane just bombs them with Mud. Yeah, he had a bunch of full restores, which is a bit of a bitch move, but Sloppy Jane don't care. Her Mod Bombs are rated E for everybody and she's got plenty to give out. Well, not really, the PP's only 10, but it was enough. And hey, who would have thought having just one ground type is enough to destroy an entire gym full of electric types? I mean, come on, when will these gym leaders learn that you need more than one type in Pokemon? Do they do it intentionally to like limit themselves, or is there like a committee with the other gym leaders where they like designate certain types to certain trainers? I don't know. But it makes my life a lot easier. And I don't like Surge, so I'm not going to give him the pep talk that I gave to Brock. But what he's going to give me is another badge. Time for Misty. And I don't have to do much to unlock her, all I have to do is disrupt her date, which is a very strange thing. I don't know why they put that in there either. I feel kind of bad about it, to be honest, but I've got another badge to get, so if you wouldn't mind. Okay, here we go. Thanks, Misty. Okay, she just has water types. I've got an Electabuzz. It's gonna be easy, let's be honest. And she only has 4 Pokemon. I mean, you may as well just give me the badge now. Come on, you know I'm just gonna one-shot everything with Thunderbolt. Oh, that's kind of embarrassing, but it's whatever. It's still dead, don't worry. It did basically no damage to me. We're fine. And yeah, heal him as much as you want. Waste all your full restores on his Golduck. Go on. I'm not allowed to heal my Pokemon. I don't have that luxury. Okay, this is actually annoying now. I just want this Golduck to die. Oh, and she's withdrawing it for a Quagsire. Okay, I see what's going on here. Misty is the only gym leader that knows how to shore up her weaknesses, I see. Okay, whatever, I'll just pull out Nimbus. I'm pretty sure it doesn't know any ice type moves, so I think I'm fine. And I dodged the Earthquake. Get outplayed. That totally wasn't by accident. And you know what? I'm just going to use Dragon Dance, let's say 3 times. Oh, and he's going to use Amnesia at the same time, which is fine, okay. Okay, 3 Dragon Dances later, time to Dragon Claw. It's sweeping time, baby. What? Are you serious? Oh my god. All of our Pokemon have plot armor apparently. And now Nimbus is confused. What is happening? Is this because I disrupted her date? Is this karma? Thankfully though, Nimbus only hit herself once before I finally managed to get a killing blow on one of her goddamn Pokemon. And then she brings out a Lapras. Oh good. Time to get Nimbus the hell out of here. I'll just let Pingu go in and do some work. I don't think Lapras can do anything really damaging to him. Yeah, see, Ice Beam does nothing. And then you can hit me with a Body Slam too, that's going to do nothing. Oh, Paralyzed. Okay, that's brilliant. Okay, let's see how much damage Drill Peck does. And nothing. Okay, this is going to take forever. After about 5 minutes and 20 Body Slams and Drill Pecks later, our Pokemon were starting to look a bit rough. But one more Drill Peck should do it. Oh, okay, of course not. Genuinely, she's got plot armor. I am so sick of this. Okay, I'm bringing out Sloppy Jane. You can't out Body Slam the Body Slam Queen. Oh shit, I forgot I got rid of Body Slam for recover. That's fine, that's fine. She's run out of full recovers apparently, so one Mod Bomb will do the job. Okay, what has she got left? Ah, her patented Starmie. Okay, time for Buzz to redeem himself, I think. Come on my dude, it's my patented Pokemon versus hers. You got this. Okay, that's a decent hit, but there's no worries here. You gotta destroy it with a Thunderbolt, right? Okay. Come on, I'm being pranked, aren't I? This is all a prank. Surely not like 9 times in a row where I get one of their Pokemon to 1 HP. Do they all have the sturdy ability? Is that what's going on? And she hacked the game. Okay, let's finish this thing off finally. So I can get this goddamn badge and then move on with my life. Yeah, you can't survive that, can you, you purple pointy prick? Okay, don't get heated, calm down. We're done now. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Golduck. Well, it's almost dead, so I'll just put it out of its misery. Okay, one last lightning, but oh my god, she's got full restore. Where was she hiding that? Why didn't she use it on the Lapras? Why did she? Oh, she just likes pranking me, doesn't she? She likes to make me suffer. Okay, is this gonna kill this time? Of course it didn't. She's got another full restore. Is she like? She's genuinely like hacking or some shit, isn't she? Come on, just crit. Just do me a favor and crit. Oh my god, that is genuinely 1 HP, surely. There we go. Finally. Oh my god, what an ordeal that was. But I didn't lose any Pokemon, so it could have gone worse. Okay, wow. Reminder to never interrupt Misty on her dates again. That's noted. But I now have my 4th badge in the Kanto region. Okay, before I battle Sabrina, I want to get my Murkrow Poe to evolve. And to do that, I need to get a Dusk Stone. And to get a Dusk Stone, I need to go to the Pokathlon Dome. And so I just grinded for like 2 hours. The Pokathlon Dome is one of those things where it's really fun for about 15 minutes and then it's just really boring and you can't wait for it to be over. So I'll just skip past it all and get to the point where I buy the Dusk Stone. And oh boy, is Poe powerful now. I mean, look at those attack stats. And his fancy as fuck hat. With that now sorted, it's time to take on Sabrina's gym. And Sabrina's gym is quite the challenge. Not because of the trainers, they're really easy, especially since Poe is so strong now. But I always just get lost. It takes me about 15 minutes to finally get to Sabrina. But I'll save you the hardship of having to watch me go through all that crap. And let's just cut straight to me fighting Sabrina. Here we go, me versus Sabrina the teenage bitch. I'm just joking, I don't really have any hard feelings against her. Well, she only had 3 Pokemon, so I wasn't too stressed, especially since now, as you know, I've got Poe in his final ultimate form. Well, to start out, I tried to use Sucker Punch twice and it failed, so I was like, forget it, I'm just gonna Feint Attack. And the attack lived up to its name because Espeon fainted. I mean, this is good, none of this leaving him on 1 HP crap. Poe gets results. And then next up we have her famous Alakazam, very dangerous, but very fragile. However, it used its big old brain and used Reflect, so I didn't kill it in 1 hit. But I wasn't worried because I knew 1 more would do it. And then it even tries to use a grass move against a flying type. I guess your brain's not that big after all. I guess I should count myself lucky it doesn't know like Thunderbolt or Thunder or something like that. But it didn't, so I killed it. And now there's just 1 Pokemon left. And it's a Mr. Mime. I hate Mr. Mime. But that's nothing to do with it as a Pokemon or its stats or moves or anything. But it's more the fact that if this was real life, it would be nightmare fuel. But thankfully this is just a game, and in this game I have Poe to beat its ass. Down goes Mr. Mime, down goes Sabrina. And then what are we up to now? That's my 5th badge? Well, we are really speeding through these, aren't we? That's what I like about the second part of HeartGold and Soul Silver. It's basically just a speedrun gauntlet of leaders, there's like no filler in between. So let's keep it going, shall we? Let's hit up Erica's gym. Erica's gym, another annoying one, not because of the trainers, but because I just get stuck and lost. But I think that's more me being an idiot than this being particularly tricky. And again, this was another one where I was very confident because I've got 2 strong flying type Pokemon, especially when she pulls out a Pokemon like Jumpluff. If that's what you're bringing to the table, this is going to be a cakewalk. Just 1 fly will do it, I reckon. Yep. Oh, don't do this to me again. Come on. Okay, so I decided that since Nimbus had Roost, I could just use Dragon Dance as many times as I want and then full heal back to full. And then get back to sweeping. But, however, the Jumpluff used U-turn and brought out a Tangela. Which doesn't sound that scary until the Tangela does Ancient Power. Oh, well, okay. Time to take out Nimbus then. I switched in Poe, even though I know it's probably going to end up being Ancient Powered again. And there it is. Luckily for me, Tangela's attack stat is pretty abysmal, so Poe can just shrug it off and then put this tangly bitch to bed. Yeah, I'm not even really surprised at this point. I mean, yeah, I know Wing Attack isn't a super strong move, but it's done by a very strong Pokemon and it's Stab, so it should one hit kill a Tangela, that's all I'm saying. But I managed to finish it off no problems, and so she brings out her Victory Bell. At this point my confidence was down a little bit, you know, Poe's hurt, he didn't one hit kill Tangela, and then he one hit kills the Victory Bell. I don't even know what to think anymore. I guess Tangela's more tanky than Victory Bell. Is that common knowledge? I don't know. But now it's time for her strongest Pokemon, Bellossom. I thought I'd test the water and just throw out a Wing Attack, but then I forgot that Sunny Day plus Solar Beam equals a bad time. Thankfully Poe is obviously a flying type so it doesn't destroy him, but still, anytime you see a Solar Beam land, you always panic a little bit. Then it heals up a little bit of Citrus Berry, which is actually quite a good thing because it would stop her from using a full restore on it, and so I decided to take a risk. I know it's going to Solar Beam, and I'm pretty sure a Wing Attack will finish it off, but can I survive the Solar Beam first, is the question. Question answered, and now it's time to answer back. Quote the Raven nevermore, bitch. But then she goes and brings out the Jumpluff again. I hate it when gym battles end with like a really weak Pokemon. It just makes it feel very anticlimactic. Whatever, I'll just bring up Pingu, he's got Drill Peck, and the Jumpluff won't be able to do anything to him. There's no U-turning now, mate. You're stuck facing your consequences. Okay, I'll cut to the chase. I Drill Pecked it to death, and I got yet another badge. Just 2 badges left. I can't do Gary's gym yet because he refuses to recognise my superior skill and talent, which is fine, he'll learn. But for now, let's just take care of Blaine. Well, he's got Drip, you have to give him that. But I've also got Drip, and by that, I mean water types. Okay, that joke sucked, but the point stands. Okay, you know what the deal is. Sloppy Jane's coming in and she's listening to the Beach Boys because it's surf time. And none of Blaine's Pokemon know how to swim. Okay, the Magmar does make things kinda hard because he drops Sunny Day and then he confuses my Sloppy J. But it's a good thing she's also got Mud Bomb. Also, real quick, what the hell is Magmar supposed to be? What is wrong with his face? Oh well, it doesn't matter, he's dead now. All that's left is Blaine's Rapidash, which I think is quite weird that he's got a Rapidash and not an Arcanine. I mean, Rapidash is cool, don't get me wrong, but it's no Arcanine. But hey, at least we're finishing off with his strongest Pokemon, so I'll take it. Ooh, that did hit hard though, okay, I respect it. Will you survive a Mud Bomb though? Oh yeah, of course it did, silly me. Why should I ever get my hopes up? I decided to drop in Nimbus because I figured that Dragon types resist Fire types, so you know, he should do pretty well. And then he uses a full restore on his Rapidash, so we're back at even footing. And then the battle just turned wacky for both parties. I used Dragon Claw with Nimbus, and then he used Bounce with his Rapidash, and then the Bounce paralysed Nimbus, and then he used Bounce again, then I used Fly, but then the paralysis stopped Nimbus. It was a comedy of errors. Till eventually I managed to land one good Fly and... oh my god, don't let it get to you. Come on, you're better than this. And then things got crazier. He used another full restore, and at this point I decided I'm just going to use Dragon Dance and Roost. I'm done with leaving things on 1 HP. It was still quite hard because, you know, he's still paralysed, but I know Nimbus has got that dog in him. And after a few Dragon Dances and a few Roosts, you know what, I'll explain what happened with a joke. Where do you get the glue for a hot glue gun? By killing a Rapidash. Hey, that's the second last badge I need, just one more to go. And let's go see if Gary's going to take me seriously now. When I speak to him again, he recognizes my incredible capabilities and tells me to meet him at his gym. And so I do. His gym is yet another annoying one with a puzzle that takes me way too long, way longer than it should for a game pretty much aimed at kids. But as always, the trainers themselves are easy as hell. So let's see if the 8th gym leader of Kanto, Gary himself, is any trouble. Something that is immediately apparent is that he's obviously the strongest gym leader so far because he has a diverse team. And his Pokemon aren't slouches, they're all pretty strong. Plus he has a full team of 6 this time, not just like 3 for some reason. He's trying to be clever and fancy by using Trick Room, and then tries to put Poe to sleep, but Poe ain't got time for that shit. He's got insomnia, you dumbass. It's actually kind of a problem, I feel quite bad, I need to take him to the Pokemon Center, but after this fight. His second Pokemon is a Rhydon, again, pretty strong. So I get Poe out of there and then swap in Pingu, because a Water and Steel type, come on, you should handle a Rhydon easily. And yeah, it was true. Even if the Rhydon did crit with a Stone Edge, which really annoyed me, Pingu just drowned him. Newt, motherfucker. That's 2 down. Up next, a Machamp. And so now I think it's Nimbus' time to shine. I was feeling pretty confident, so I used Dragon Dance, completely forgetting that Machamp will definitely know a rock type move. Luckily for me, he misses. And so I hit him with a powered up Fly and of course he fucking survives. Luckily he misses yet another Stone Edge. But unluckily for me, this is when the full restore comes out. So I used Fly again, hoping for a crit, which never happens in my favour. And then the Machamp finally gets his range and lands a Stone Edge, doing huge damage to Nimbus. Thankfully Nimbus is faster than a Machamp, so I finish him off with a quick Dragon Claw. That's 3 down. We're halfway there and then he pulls out the Gyarados. I pull out Buzz, naturally thinking I'll just destroy it in one shot. And he did. I'm a genius. Yeah, I baited you in with that one, didn't I? Feeling like I had this all wrapped up, Gary then pulls out the Arcanine that Blaine should have had. And so I pull out Sloppy Jane. She wants to put down this hot dog, but Arcanine did not go quietly. Hitting yet another crit, Sloppy Jane almost got one shot. I would have been so sad. But despite her name, Sloppy Jane doesn't go down on anybody. But this Arcanine does. Wait, that sounded weird. Oh, whatever. Gary's only got 1 Pokemon left at this point. I can see the finish line and I'm ready to cruise on by. With Buzz being a half health, I wasn't confident enough to bring him out, so I brought out Poe. And then Pidgeot hits Poe very hard with a return, and then I realised how fucked I am. Because I was like 90% sure that Pidgeot's faster than Poe. So all the Pidgeot would have to do is use another return, and then Poe is dead. So I decided to sacrifice Patrick the Staryu. It's the only time he would actually come into use, let's be honest. And of course, the Pidgeot makes very quick work of him. But now I won't be switching anyone into an attack. But I know I'm not out of the woods yet, because Buzz has to outspeed a Pidgeot. I know I knew Electabuzz is fast, but I also knew that Pidgeot was fast. So this was definitely a gamble. And wouldn't you know it, Buzz shot first. And the Pidgeot survived, to the surprise of probably nobody but me. And I'm sure you all know what's coming now, because it's Pidgeot's turn to attack. And Electabuzzes aren't very tanky. So, there it is. Buzz, the Pokemon I started off with, is dead. We've had a lot of great times, but now is no time to mourn. Now is the time for vengeance. I switched in Pingu, who I was very confident has enough defense to survive an attack, and then I finished in with Surf. You know, I probably should have done this instead of switching in Buzz, but oh well, you live and learn, I suppose. Well, not Buzz, he's dead, but you know. At least I've got my 8th and final badge. Technically this is my 16th badge, let's not forget. And now I have everything I need to take on the man himself. The main protagonist. The man on the mountain. Ash. Well, they call him Red, but it's Ash, let's not kid ourselves. Before I do anything though, I need to drop off Buzz's dead body and find a replacement. It was hard saying goodbye of Buzz, who started off as a little baby Elekid, but he died valiantly and bravely in battle, fighting for his teammates and me, most importantly, because he had no choice. But I'd like to think that at the end of it all, we were good friends. But anyways, it's time for Raichu to step up to the plate and try and fill some pretty big shoes. Also, I just frisbeed Patrick's dead body into the computer. You know, good riddance, I guess. But this does open up another slot in my team, and I know there's a couple more routes to go, so here's hoping I get something good. Before I go do that, however, I had to go stop off at Professor Oak's and pick up the last HM Rock Climb. allowing me to ascend the mountain and reach my destiny. Okay, but now, new Pokemon time. And so on the route before Mount Silver, I come across a Rhydon. Not amazing, but I'll take it. I called a Big Bertha, and then I tried to grind my Pokemon up to level 88, which obviously took me forever. But many hours later, here we are. As you can see, I didn't bother to get them all to level 88 because I am very impatient. I got my 3 big hitters to level 88 and Sloppy Jane to level 80. I figured that should be enough. But now it's time to finally beat Ash and then stake my claim as the #1 protagonist in all of Pokemon. Here we go. Alright, I knew he was going to start out with his patented Pokemon Pikachu, and so Sloppy Jane was all over it. I don't want to play down any part of this final confrontation, but she handled him very easily. And then Ash, being the seasoned veteran that he is, pulled out a Venusaur. And so out comes Poe to fight this foe. Let's beat Ash, his mum's a hug. Anyway, got a little bit sidetracked there, but back to the fight. The Venusaur lands a Giga Drain, which does no damage, and then a Sludge Bomb, which does a lot of damage. But Poe hit back, and Poe hit hardest, and finally got a crit. It's about goddamn time. Up next, it's Lapras time. And I knew this Lapras would be very hard, so I made an executive decision and had Poe sacrifice himself to damage it. And shit, he almost fucking one-shot it. But the Lapras has no mercy, showed no prisoners, and took Poe to the watery depths. I know there was probably like a million other things I could have done that was smarter than that, but oh well. Up next on the chopping block, up next to fight is Demetrius. I knew he had the speed and the typing to finish this one off, but evidently Ash is a lot smarter than Misty because he uses his full restore on the Lapras. So in a way I sort of sacrificed Poe for nothing, but I never said I was smart. Demetrius lands a Thunderbolt, and surprisingly it did more than I thought it would do, considering the level difference, how tanky Lapras is, but I will take over half, because he gets to go again. Say goodnight Lapras. That's 3 down, 3 to go. And then Ash just delivers Blastoise to me on a platter, because Demetrius obviously outspeeds, and he hits him with a super effective Thunderbolt, which did, again, a surprisingly high amount of damage, because this Blastoise is even higher level than a Lapras, and is just as tanky. Demetrius is a mighty mouse indeed. The Blastoise tries to kill Demetrius with a Focus Blast, but this Raichu is one of the pound for pound all time best, so he shrugs it off and finishes off this big old turtle. 2 more to go. And then comes Snorlax. I actually feel really bad about this one, but I sacrificed Demetrius just to see how much damage I could do, and this time he did as much damage as I expected him to. This Snorlax will not go down easy. Demetrius did though, I am very sorry. He wasn't in my team long, but he made an impression quick. He's definitely better than Ash's Pikachu. Up next it was Sloppy Jane's turn. I knew she could take a hit and she has Recover, so I thought I'd win in a battle of attrition kind of way. I used Mud Bomb and surprise surprise it didn't do a lot. The Snorlax used Crunch, which did okay damage, but more importantly it lowered Sloppy Jane's defense. But I thought this was okay because as well as Recover she's got leftovers. I figured I could just Mud Bomb my way to victory. In hindsight, not the smartest move, because the Snorlax hit with a fat Giga Impact, sending Sloppy Jane finally down for the count. However, I was confident that I could just bring out Pingu, outspeed the Snorlax and just finish it off. I know it's still quite a risk because the Snorlax is very tanky, but a Surf was enough. And now there's just one left. One last Pokemon I have to defeat before I can fulfill my dream and my destiny as being the next protagonist of the newest Pokemon series. And it was Charizard. I kept in Pingu, knowing the risk that he is part Steel type, but I was confident in my boy. The Charizard's Flare Blitz took him to about half, and burning Pingu in the process. But he did also take recoil damage, making this Surf all the more likely to kill it. And it did. And that was it. I'd done it. I beat the world's most famous trainer of all time and stole his spot as the new face of Pokemon training. I went through a lot of hardships to get here, sacrificed a lot of Pokemon, but at the end of it all, it feels good to know that it was worth it. Wait, what? They've already picked new protagonists? Oh, fuck. Thank you for watching. I'm sure this will get a very small amount of viewers like the first part did, but I felt it was right to finish this one off and finally upload a video after so long. But if you did watch this, you did reach the end. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the support. I will try my hardest from here on out to upload more frequently. I know it's hard with work and other things in the way, but I really do love making videos, so I don't want to let this dream die yet. See you in the next one.